Hello you guys, this is Latius, and for this video I'm going to be reading you a couple stories from Lucien that I've been dying to read. Because last time I wanted to read the stories for you, but I didn't realize this thing was like this long. I don't think they've added anything new. I think somebody mentioned this is permanently stuck there. In other words, it never goes away. So yeah, that wasn't supposed to be one only. That was supposed to be three, but you know, when you push buttons fast, sometimes, yeah, you misclick. Yay. So let's see. Yes, I'm complimenting your cooking. Thank you. How much dates do I have here? All right. I see. Which is like, you know what? I've been wanting to read this for a while. Let's actually do this. Discovering that Lucien was going away reminded me of the dreams I'd had of him recently. Should I trust he'll be back? I don't know. So that's our upcoming plans. That'll do it for the meeting today. Angela, do you have anything to add? Angela? Huh? Me? Boss, something wrong? Huh? I snapped out of a deep reverie, looking blankly at the ring of colleagues surrounding me. Boss, what's wrong? Are you sick? You look a little pale. You've really been working too hard. That's not good. Willow placed a concerned hand on my forehead, and Minor handed me a cup of hot water. I stared at them and hesitantly shook my head. What's the matter? Are you having some kind of problem? No one's bullying you, are they? No, I'm fine, really. Let's have the meeting. But we just finished the meeting. Whoops. I'm sorry, I spaced out. Angela, go home and get some rest. You've been practically living at the office lately. Oh boy, we need the rest. Anna, I want to work. I'm not tired. Come on, yes you are. I gave a pleading look at Anna. After thinking about it, she dragged me into an office. What's really going on? If I'm not mistaken, you've been like this ever since you came back from finishing show proposals at the Research Institute yesterday. Did something happen? Maybe. Hearing the words Research Institute, I couldn't control my eyelids from fluttering. She was right. It was since that day. That day, as usual, I was at the Research Institute discussing new show themes with Lucien. During our meeting, Lucien's phone never stopped vibrating, never stopped calling. It was from a hidden number. Every 5 minutes, they would call again and again. Lucien, maybe you should get that. We still have 5 more show themes to go.
Not important. Let's continue.
Okay. He eyed the phone screen, pushed it away, and we continued with our meeting. 3 hours later, not only did we settle on the themes of the next 5 shows, we also made detailed plans. This is so great, thank you. Oh yeah, let's see. Next week, our company's going out to a forest park for a picnic, and I'd like to invite you to come. Come too. Hearing me say that, the smile in Lucien's eyes faded for a moment.
Next week?
Uh-oh. Yes, Friday. We can go fishing, barbecue, and this year's annual balloon day happens to be then too. Well, that sounds fun. I looked up the weather report. It's supposed to be really nice. In front of Lucien, he resignedly stroked my hair.
All right. You've talked me into it.
Okay. I clasped my face happily, and his phone went off once again. Oh, that damn phone. Throw it away.
I'm going to go out and take this call. It may be a while. So if you're bored, you can read my books.
Okay. I nodded and watched Lucien walk out of the room. After organizing my files, I looked in boredom at the wall full of books in his office. But they were all specialized books with names I couldn't even understand. I was dumbfounded. What's that? My glance fell on the desktop. A book with the name The Little Prince attracted my attention. Why would Lucien have a storybook in the Research Institute? Anyway, it seemed to be the only book I could understand. I opened the book and a piece of paper fell from it. I picked it up and was shocked to find it was a one-way ticket to the U.S. for next Monday. Uh-oh. There was a little slip of paper behind the plane ticket. Dr. X, all that you have handed over has been Made ready. Knowing that you won't be returned to Loveland for the short term, I prepared enough staff and equipment. Oh boy. Next Monday, Lucien's going abroad, not returning for the short term. Then why did he accept my invitation just now? My palms broke out in a cold sweat, and my mind started racing. I suddenly thought about the reoccurring dream I've been having recently. The dream is always foggy, with a long path or a tall flight of stairs stretching on indefinitely. I see Lucien walking on this path, and I call out to him, but he doesn't react to me at all. Never does he. I want to run up to him, but I couldn't move my feet. I only watch as he fades into the distance. Oh boy, it seems like I'll never see him again. Oh, the end of the dream is always the same. Lucien disappeared into the fog. Dude, that's crazy. This frequent and reoccurring dream seems to be warning me of something. I wake up feeling extremely uneasy every time, and now I find that he really is leaving. Could this have something to do with my dream? Probably. Suddenly the plane ticket in my hand is gently pulled out, then there's a long sigh. You going abroad? I spoke so softly I couldn't even hear myself. I looked up, and Lucien was looking down at me. Our eyes met, neither of us speaking. Emotions were surging in his eyes, like the ocean tide at night. After seemingly a century of silence, I raised my hand and tugged on his shirt sleeve. So, when are you coming back? Oh, I surprised myself at how choked up my voice sounded. I was anticipating Lucien not answering me again, but as I began to hang my head, I was pulled into his chest by a gentle force. Lucien's large hand caressed my forehead, and I could feel his Adam's apple moving.
Sorry. I'm not able to give a definite time.
Oh. I unconsciously gripped his shirt. Lucien gently pulled my hands back and held them in his.
I have to go do something very important. But you have to trust me. I will come back.
Will you? This sentence made me think of the end of my dream. You know something? Recently, I keep having this dream of you. I dream that you're walking down this endless road without turning or stopping. And then you disappear. I can't find you. I get so worried. I looked into Lucien's eyes, hoping to find reassurance that my dream won't come true.
Trust me.
Trust me. Okay. As he said that, Lucien's eyes didn't have any gleam in them at all. I quietly clenched my fists and then relaxed them. Maybe my dream really was just a dream. Maybe I should just trust him. But then, why did my heart still feel slightly hurt though? Should I trust him? Do I go with my dreams? I don't know. Was it uneasiness or unwillingness? Not wanting Lucien to see me at all red-eyed, I just kept my head on his chest and nodded. Lucien lifted up my face.
Ask me why. Okay?
Okay. I don't want to ask.
Silly. You can ask me anything. You can get mad. You can do anything you want.
Ooh.
You don't always have to tread so lightly around me.
That's not it. I don't want to ask. That's not it. I don't want to ask you why. I trust that you'll come back. I can see it in your eyes. Lucien's eyelids flickered a moment, and then he folded me securely in his arms. I feel a bit uneasy, but you say it's important. I don't want to hold you back. I could barely hear him let out a sigh, sounding all the more intimate in the tranquil room.
It's something very important. For me.
Oh.
For us. So I'm sorry, but I have to leave for a while.
Oh my.
During this time, I'll probably be very difficult to contact.
Aww.
And I can't guarantee which day I'll come to see you. But I promise that it will certainly happen.
Aww.
It won't be long.
I raised my red eyes, but said nothing, only nodding my head heavily. My heart is broken into pieces.
Anything else you want to say to me?
No. I looked into Lucien's eyes and spoke with great earnestness. Don't forget to take care of yourself, no matter how important this thing is, or I'll get worried. Lucien tucked my hair behind my ears, his eyes full of seemingly endless sentiment.
I promise you.
Aww. Let's see. Lucien's 107th hour in the U.S. That's a weird way of putting it. What is that, like 5 days at least? From the airport to the laboratory, his mind didn't stop working. Only his phone vibrated occasionally. A reminder he set for every 8 hours to take a 5-minute... Jesus. The 5-minute rest, okay. This man working hard. Lucien was so he's abroad. That's what this means. Lucien was absorbed in analyzing the data on his screen, sometimes jotting down calculations. He popped open a can of coffee and drowned it, his eyes never leaving his screen the whole time. He knew that if he wanted to pull off that crazy idea, he didn't have much time left. What do you mean? He entered the data from the file again and again, only to have it fail again and again and again. Oh my god. Lucien's bro was almost in knots. Frustration. Could it be that this problem he'd spent all his energy on was an unprovable something proposition? Oh. Lucien rubbed between his eyes and picked up the laboratory phone. Eris, how's the experiment going? There isn't much time left.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh my god, he has glasses on. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Breaking news. Lucien has glasses on. He's in the US doing stuff in his house and glasses on, guys. Okay, Eris, yes. Give up. What are you really trying to do is impossible. This road is a dead end. Ooh. A cold gleam flashed in Lucien's eyes.
Then I'll forge a new path.
Oh my god. OMG, guys. OMG. I'll forge a new path. Without another word, he hung up the phone. Then he pulled out the phone cord so he wouldn't be interrupted again. I'm going to pull out this phone cord because I'm going to sink my mind to my work. You better not fucking interrupt me, man. The only thing that could distract him were the clear, bright, black and white eyes of the girl. Black and white eyes, huh? She wouldn't say, you must succeed or give up. She would just tell you, take good care of yourself. Aw, thinking this, Lucien's heart turned into mush. He thought of that day when the silly girl looked at him with red eyes, but kept nodding her head. She clearly didn't want him to leave. He clearly lied to her so many times, and still she embraced him as prickly as he was, as the kind of person that he was. With that most foolish gentleness of hers. Just then, Lucien finally saw something inside of him that he had been avoiding. He never did dare to believe it, did he? That the girl would still choose to give him the greatest trust and love, even after she'd been hurt countless times. Oh, that's sad. Lucien shut his eyes tight, laid on the sofa, and pressed on the blocked-up heart. Oh, the sudden contracting sound of his heart drowned out the ambient noise. Ba-bum, ba-bum. It reverberated in his chest. Oh, damn. Lucien suddenly got up, gasping for breath, big beads of sweat plastering his bangs to his face. He took out a medicine bottle, and with a shaking hand, he poured out several pills. Then he lifted back his head and swallowed them down. Oh, Lord. Is it... Long-term reliance on the medicine resulted in his body involuntarily building up a tolerance. He was forced to up his dosage, and in order to alleviate the heart palpitations. His shirt was drenched with cold sweat, clinging to his back, giving him the illusion of drowning. That's a weird way of putting it. He didn't have to experience this path, but he chose this thorny path anyway, of his own free will.
I must make it in time.
Oh my god, Lucien, stop. The keyboard echoed in his room, so Lucien immersed himself again in the meticulous experiment. On the other side of the ocean, I just completed filming a new show. This show's topic is great, and it's sure to get good ratings. Professor Lucien really is amazing. Hearing Lucien's name, I had consciously come to a halt. How dare you? It's been so long since we've been in touch. I wonder how he's doing. I kept myself busy over this time period, immersed in work. But it didn't keep me from missing him. On the contrary, I found myself thinking about him a lot. On my morning run, I'd look at his balcony out of habit, wondering if his flowers were being watered regularly. When it rains, I always look off into the distance, wondering if he's having the same weather. When I'm eating, I ordered a soda without thinking, and then remembered his stern face warning me not to drink unhealthy drinks. These memories of longing had burrowed through the cracks of life and taken root. Ever since Lucien left, I started having strange dreams again for the first time in a while. This time, he's still the main character, but he's not walking away on his own. Rather, he's trapped in a maze with me. Oh, shoot. This leads me out of the maze and leaves he leads me out of the maze and leaves me there while he goes back in without looking back at me. My feet retreat uncontrollably as I watch the maze fold up and merge with the darkness. When I awoke from the dream, I was covered in a cold sweat. Oh my. I closed my eyes, suppressing an immensely uneasy feeling and taking deep breaths. Lucien said he would come back. I need to trust him. So why did this dream seem so real? Because he's probably telling you something, right? I took up my phone and started typing out a message to Lucien, but then deleted it all. I can't disturb him now. He's working so hard. I looked up, then gradually lightning sky was covered in a layer of dark clouds. Lucien, what's happened to you? You're going to come back, right? Oh. Time alone always passes slowly. After what seemed like a long, long time, I'd almost forgotten about the company picnic. About a dozen days after Lucien had left, my colleagues and I came to Forest Park as planned. The sunshine was uncommonly fine, just like that spring outing with him that time. I sat on the grass, watching Kiki and the others barbecuing and fishing, watching children playing with balloons in the distance. Up ahead, a commotion suddenly arose from the group. Are they doing something? Come on. Oh my lord. Yo. Come on. But that's it? Oh. I don't know if it's the game or my connection. It could probably be the game. I don't know. Kiki, what happened? I don't know either. Everyone's going over there. It seems fun. Come on, boss. I couldn't talk Kiki out of it, so I absentmindedly walked over with her. The group was cheering. I followed their gaze to the sky and froze in shock. Balloons of every color rose up into the air, filling up the entire sky. They were more dazzling than the sun, more shimmering than a shooting star. Aww. All the surrounding scenery and crowds became blurry. For a moment, it was like I was the only person left on Earth. I forgot to breathe, forgot to move. I forgot everything. I just stood quietly, tears streaming down my face. At that moment, my pen longing burst from my soul. I ran off towards the balloons. I didn't know what I was expecting, didn't even dare to stop thinking about it. I just kept running and running because I just don't know what else to do. My pent-up frustration has been broken up just like a balloon has popped. Finally, I stopped at the gate of the research institute, my heart about to burst from my chest. After countless deep breaths, in the end, I decided not to knock on the door. I stood on tiptoe and looked through a crack in the window. A familiar figure stood inside, looking in the mirror as he put on a new shirt. I was right. Those balloons really were him. Oh, that dream, it wasn't true. Oh, on impulse, I opened the office door. Oh my god. The door opened. Hey! Lucien turned his head, his eyes showing surprise, and then gentle laughter. I was a little dazed. Motes of dust floated in the sunbeams between us. The next second, I was taken into a long and lost embrace. Big liar. Why didn't you tell me you were back?
It's my fault. Don't cry, okay?
But my cries only grew harder. My tears stained his shirt.
Why all the tears?
Come on, Lucien. Lucien lifted up my face and gently wiped away my tears.
Cry, baby. I just changed this shirt.
Cry, baby. Why did you have to change shirts?
Because I was going to see you.
Dude, the man was drenched in sweat, unless that happened abroad and not here, right? I looked blankly at Lucien, noticing his stubbly chin and red eyes.
I can't let you see the state I'm in now. Can't let you worry.
Well, come on, it's okay. We can see all 50 shades of
But
good
now
of
it
you.
seems my plan has been foiled before I had a chance to carry it out.
The balloons? You mean? Lucien let out a sigh and stroked my hair affectionately. He was thinner, and his eyes showed an exhaustion that was hard to hide. I reached out a hand and lightly rubbed his stubble. It was prickly, but it felt so real. This is nice. This feels way more real, or else I think I was imagining you.
Silly girl.
Silly girl. As he said that, he hugged me tighter, his narrow eyes locking into mine. Stop it! Are they maintaining maintenance? Okay. I see. Okay. Hey now. Well, hi. Alright. This sucks. Like, seriously, you just had to act up now.
It's my
Oh,
cry, baby.
don't call me crybaby.
Because I can't let you see the state. Silly girl.
His narrow eyes locking onto mine. As we stared back at each other, I felt transported back to 2 weeks ago, and I felt a strange feeling. Under Lucien's steady gaze, I looked somewhat embarrassed and looked away. Why did you come back so suddenly?
Because I promised you.
Oh, but didn't you say...
I only said I had to go away for a while. I never said I'd go back on my promises.
True.
So am I still a big liar?
Oh, okay, that's the kind of game you want to play? God, I hastily shook my head and then nodded again. You haven't been taking good care of yourself. That I can totally see with my eyes. Lucien laughed and pinched my nose.
Well, I won't let you see.
Okay. He spoke softly and turned my face down towards his chest. I could hear his heart beating along.
Why didn't you contact me all this time?
Oh, I didn't want to disturb you.
You can. I said before you don't need to hold back. You can do whatever you want.
Oh. He spoke in such a sincere way. Tears started welling up in my eyes again. Is this important thing yours finished?
No, but you don't need to worry about me. I will finish it.
So you're going to go again? No. Lucien was silent for a while, just lightly caressing my cheek, and I am enjoying it.
Yes.
Aww.
I have to go back tonight. Will you wait for me?
Hello?
Will you wait for me?
Oh, he spoke it. Okay. I nodded without hesitation. I will. Please take care. I will take care of myself and disturb you whenever I want. You do the same, please.
All right. Wait for me to return.
We didn't say another word. We just held each other in silence, cherishing the afternoon together. I will await his return and wait for him to fulfill the promises he's made to me. And then this tender moment will become all of our future moments. Oh, well, let's see. Lately in meetings, my mind has always been drifting. Lately, the meetings have always been drifting in my mind. Oh, it had already been like this for a while, and it all started that day at Lucien's research center. I discovered that Lucien was going away, and it made me think of my recent unsettling dreams. Lucien told me it was something very important, and he promised me he would return. With Lucien gone, I plunged myself into my work, but I still thought of him all the time. Time dragged on. Ever so slowly, I'd forgotten he agreed to go on our picnic. I saw countless balloons and ran off towards the research institute when I saw Lucien's figure. The tears came streaming right out of me. I trust him and I trust our future. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, Lucien, you do this to us. Not only that, but the translation, oh my lord. Now, before I read anything else, let me... It's still the internet, bro. Fucking... Come on, why? Yeah. Well, okay. Let's see. Oh. Let's claim that. So this date happened... before the aquarium date, huh? Oh, how interesting. Alright, so we're gonna do midnight date, and I think that's all I'm gonna do. I want to ask Lucien for his advice, only to find he got sick. I decided to cook a meal for him. Alright, don't break on me now. Alright, let's do this. The company, so I enjoyed the date. It was pretty sad, but still, it was pretty cool. The company's producing a new medieval reality show. Quite the sensitive topic. I was hesitant at first, but after a day of observation at the hospital, I made the bold decision to go for it. Ooh, it's risky, but we're a small company with a little power, but I still want to do something for the medical community. However, creating a proposal for the show was extremely hard, no matter how many files I pored over. The deadline is around the corner. What should I ever do? Anxious, I gazed out of the window. A name flashed through my mind. Lucien. He'd probably give me some really helpful advice. But I can't go to him every time I have a problem. That's just irresponsible. My chin on the table. What? My head on the table. Oh my god, bro. I heaved a sigh. Guessing one more time won't hurt. I took out my phone number and dialed Lucien's number. Well, he did say not to, That's it. The electronic beep sounded incredibly loud in the silent room. He's not picking up. I was ready to hang up just as his voicemail was about to kick on, when the ringing was suddenly interrupted. I could hear a fuzzy white noise, and then a low voice.
You're up late again.
Okay. He sounds way too loud. Oh? I glanced up the clock on the wall. It was 5:30 in the morning. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Did I wake you up, love?
It's fine. I was already up anyway.
He sounds kind of like I just got up, right? Lucien slept with nasally. Oh no, he got sick. That's what the thing said, right? And lacking its usual crisp quality, I suddenly recalled seeing him enter his house wearing a medical mask a few days ago. Coronavirus, guys. What's with your voice? What's with your voice, my dear?
Nothing. You need me for something?
Maybe. It's all too obvious now that Lucien has a cold, and a serious one too. And I woke him up this early. What a hopeless imbecile I am.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just saw a neuroscience show on TV and I thought of you, that's all. Bye.
What's the name of the show? And what channel is it on?
Oh, he'd still do all of this even when he's sick. I scrambled to come up with something, but was drawing a complete blank. I could hear Lucien sigh softly.
You're a terrible liar. And I'm fine. It's just a minor cold.
You don't sound like it's a minor cold, my friend. My bro. What does she...
Out with it. What do you need?
Ooh, he sounds kind of... I speedily explained the premise of the show to Lucien.
I happen to have time off tomorrow. I'll swing by your office then?
Well, when somebody is sick, yeah, they're gonna act a little differently. No, we can do it at your place. I mean, you don't have to bother. I'll just come to you, is all I meant.
Okay.
Lucien blithely agreed, cutting right through my flustered explanation. I'll come over tomorrow.
Okay. Still a few more hours before work starts. Go get some sleep.
Why don't you get some sleep? You too. Oh, Lucien hung up, the smile on his lips fading away in a flash. He did not in fact look sick at all. His phone vibrated, displaying a call from an unknown number. Oh, Lord. He picked it up, expressionless.
Everything's going according to plan.
Everything is going according to plan. What is he reading? Nikki Psychology? Nikki as in like love Nikki? That's funny. He hung up without waiting for a response. Oh my Lord. The phone flashed again, this time with a text. What do you want to eat tomorrow? I'll cook you something so that you recover faster. He could almost see her bright smile through the screen. He stared at it with words until the screen went dark. She's so busy herself, yet she still cares so much. It was hard for him to handle such pure direct kindness.
Still a dummy, huh?
Textbook off Victor, huh? God damn it. Still a dummy. She has no idea, bro. After a pause, he sent a reply to the girl. How strange. I've decided to push her away, yet I can't help wanting to get closer and closer to her. Lucien picked up the book he was reading, put it down again irritably, scowling. He tapped on his chest, then picked up a bottle and took out a white pill with shaky hands. Oh my Lord. His hands spasmed as he gulped the pill down. The rest of the white pill scattered over the bed. A drop of sweat cascaded down his face. What was his reason for taking these pills? I don't exactly remember. This is depressing. As always. I woke up early, frowning as I remembered the reply to my text Lucien sent last night. He said he'd eat whatever I make, but how should I know what will help him recover, the best? I decided to consult the internet and managed to gather some tips before rushing out of the house. I'm gonna read that again. He said he'd eat whatever I make, but how should I know what will help him recover the best, though? It was almost noon when I returned from the market. I knocked on Lucien's door. Oh, Lord. Dressed in all black, Lucien welcomed me with his hands in his pockets and a soft smile on his face.
You're here.
Yeah, sorry to bother. He casually took my grocery bags from me and stalked off to the kitchen before I could protest. Putting the bags down, he offered me a glass of water.
Do I look like a weak invalid?
Do you? I shook my head, embarrassed. No, you actually look pretty normal. He smiled. He doesn't seem as rigid as he usually is. He looks rather at ease. Lucien's apartment is minimalist neat, tastefully furnished. He continued smiling as I looked around flustered. I walked into the kitchen, opening my phone notes to find the recipes I copied. I rolled up my sleeves and got to work. I'm fine with washing and cutting the vegetables, but Lucien's oven puzzles me.
Turn around.
Oh, honey, I'll turn around for you any day, bro. I turn around and find him standing right there next to me. Maybe he's been there for some time. He was holding a pastel apron that looked brand new. He put it on for me carefully, tying the strings behind me. Oh boy.
Need a hand?
Yes, I do need a hand. It's fine, I can do this. Shut the fuck up, man. Tell him I need your hand. Go sit outside. Unable to convince me otherwise, Lucien headed to the door.
Be careful. I'm not taking care of you if you burn your hand.
Yeah, that's what you get. Not you. Us. You say, don't take care of me, I got it. Come on, you don't want this. No. His words were gentlemanly, but his tone was mysterious and teasing. I nodded, ready to show off my cooking skills. Pork cod, baked broccoli, turnip soup. Ew. Simple but impressive. I feel accomplished. I watched with anticipation as Lucien swallowed a spoonful of my food. How is it? He didn't reply right away, as if savoring the food. He smiled, though, said a lot.
It's a bit bland.
Rip. He seemed to be teasing me with those pretty slender eyes. I didn't want to overdo it on the salt, you know.
What?
Why? Sick salt. What? Sick people can't have too much salt. Also, broccoli is good for colds. Turnips lower fever. Sick? Is that true? I have to Google that. Like, is it good to have salt when you're sick? I launched into a lengthy explanation. Lucien, you can't do this. Oh my god. No. While Lucien gazed at me silently, his smile replaced by a grim frown. So you gotta eat it all. If it's really that bland, I'll allow you to add a tiny bit of salt. Lucien, previously derisive smirk had disappeared, replaced by an inscrutable expression.
Dummy. I was joking. It's delicious.
Okay, first of all, he's totally borrowing the page book of Victor. And second of all, I feel like he's lying right now. Lucien smiled once more and touched my nose lightly. He then went on enjoying the food. I noticed a slight crease in his brows as he ate. Maybe the food really is too bland. No? He finished my dishes anyway. I was delighted, humming as I cleaned up.
You look happy. Is it because you're glad I finished everything?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. And having a big appetite means you're getting better. I grinned at Lucien.
Now, tell me what's troubling you.
Aw. I explained to him the difficulties concerning the show. He pondered it a little and headed into his room. He came out with the file.
This should inspire you. I was on a medical show in the U.S. and kept the materials.
Okay. I moved that he's willing to share all this confidential stuff with me.
You can always come to me if you have any questions.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lucien.
Just believe in yourself. No matter what people say about the show. You can make it work.
Okay.
As a member of the science community, I believe in you.
Aw, Lucien's encouragement seemed to have chased all of my troubles away.
You don't need to thank me. Actually, I should thank you for cooking for me.
I'm sorry, what? Okay, I see. You're welcome, bro. Mother. I dashed back into the kitchen, rummaging through the many grocery bags.
What's wrong?
What is wrong? I bought something else beside vegetables. Look. I brandished an apple in my hand. Lucien shook his head with a defeated smile.
Why are you so earnest today?
Well, you've been taking care of me since we first met. It's my turn to take care of you. Oh, I mean, you've been taking care of me. Now it's my turn that I'd like to take care of you, please. I picked up a knife and began peeling the apple. Didn't you peel an apple for me in the hospital too? You peeled it in one continuous strand. Oh, I've always wanted to be able to peel the skin in one strand too, but that's a talent I just don't have. I assume that takes practice to do so. Discouraged and agitated, I kept trying different methods, but the skin still felt off in shreds. Ooh, a sudden warmth enveloped me. I tilted my head and was met with Lucien's side profile. His large hands covered mine. He could cover me all day. I could feel his warmth by my ear, which turned red in an instant.
Focus on the peel.
Don't focus on me, okay? He was smiling, but his eyes were set on the apple. Maybe he really just wanted to help. His close proximity only made my hands shake even more. However,
You have to hold the knife like this.
Okay. My hands were wrapped in his. I could feel a tingling warmth spread down my fingers. The peel remained intact this time. We were able to peel the whole apple in no time at all. Look, we did it! Pinching this peeled skin between my fingers, I beamed at Lucien. Since we peeled it in one strand, your cold will be gone by tomorrow. Lucien patted my head, his eyes soft like never before.
You're too superstitious. You can't produce a good scientific show with that attitude.
Shh, yeah, he's kind of right. It's not superstition, it's called good vibes. Okay?
Dummy.
Damn, is he like... Where's Victor, bro? Like, is this like the third time he's called us that? Dummy. Lucien's low voice barely concealed his fondness. His dark eyes strained on mine. Gazing at the girl's lowered face, Lucien felt his heart clench. But the plan has to be carried out. He closed his eyes, trying to ignore the pain. What's wrong, Lucien? His concerned face was right in front of him, like a rope tightening around his heart.
There's something I gotta do. Thanks for cooking for me.
It didn't do that transition. It just zoomed out, like, his profile, dude. Like, oh, no. I'll take my leave then. The girl seemed confused, but she didn't push matters and got up to leave. Rest well, and thanks for the file. Man, if I was in her position, I don't want to find out. Although, obviously, I can see why he would keep it a secret, because, you know, obviously. But, because I feel like I'm such a dumbass for being left out. But again, I know, it's okay that she doesn't know right now, I guess. Oh. The moment the door closed, Lucien's guarded expression fell, and he sighed heavily, one hand on the wall. He studied his own pinched brows and sweaty face in the mirror. The girl's smile flashed in his mind. The rope around his heart seemed to have sprouted thorns, hand on his chest. He panted desperately. He could no longer recognize himself in the mirror. He had never been one to show weakness like this. Yes, Holy shit. Damn. Not even Eris can save himself. Stop thinking about her, he told himself.
I command you to stop thinking about her.
I command you, what? But the warm feelings that had taken root in his heart continued to sprout, endlessly addictive, fatally poisonous. Wow. It's like he tells himself to stop, but he can't.
What should I do about you?
Oh. This man looks like he's about to pass out. He marched to the cabinet, reaching for his pills, but spotted a note taped to the fridge. I left the rest of the food in the fridge. Eyes full of emotion, Lucien turned off the lights, letting his voice echo in the dark
I didn't want to let you go before.
And I don't want to let you go now, honey.
And now, I'm more certain than ever. I'll never let you go.
Why did that creep me out, bro? What the fuck? Okay. Oh my. Hold on. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Okay, finally. I was just trying to get the date, like 10/19/20. I'm like, why is it question mark? Oh my goodness, bro. Midnight date. Got a tough project I couldn't wrap my head around, so I decided to talk to Lacey. I forgot what he took the pills for. Was it his injury? Was it... Finally I got to him, but he sounded he was sick on the phone, so he helped me out so many times. I figured I'd return the favor with a nice home-cooked meal. He put a brand new apron on me, probably specifically for this occasion. I felt content watching him gulping down the food I made. We paired an apple hand in hand. I felt the long unrupted peel signified a quick recovery, although his hot and cold mood swings made me think he was a somewhat different person today. Yes. Eris, I see. That's when she... Hold on. Oh, rainy night. Yeah. I see. Ooh. Alright, so I'm actually going to end the video. That was a pretty awesome date. Of course, anything with Lucien is awesome and depressing. Ha. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm actually going to read one more story for you. Maybe two more. I will see. So, see you in the next video.